Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I should say good morning. I am Faith, of course, the operator of this shindig, the Dark Moon Tarot. So I am continuing with the Housewives series. I did Nene Lee's past life, in the previous video. I know I said I was supposed to be doing Vicky Gunvalson next, but I am feeling really pulled to get Porsha Williams out the way. I know she is not on Housewives anymore, but I just feel pulled to look at her energy when it pertains to her past life. Okay, and even right now when we're talking about it, there's like a hostage energy coming through. Now this could be how she is feeling in a manner right now, or this may be in regards to her past life. If we have time, if I'm not talking too much, I may pull a few cards and look at the relationship between Porsha and Simon going forward. Okay, and I'm also hearing when it pertains to Simon that he actually it's coming across like he's actually broke. Energetically speaking, like even if he has money in the physical, energetically speaking, the energy is almost just like this guy doesn't have money. But we'll just see. Okay, so Porsha is a Cancer, the second day into Cancer. So she may have some Gemini traits. She may have a Gemini moon. She could have a Gemini Mercury, Venus, maybe. She either has a Gemini Venus or a Cancer Venus. Gemini Venus or a Cancer Venus. Okay, likely. So maybe a Gemini Venus. So there's a flakiness there, possibly. Before I get into a disclosure, of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know these people, nor do I want to come in contact with these people with any problems. Leave me the hell alone. So just, it's story time. Let's just say that. Okay. Nothing I say on this channel can be taken as fact. All right. But anyway, let's see. Porsha. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. She's like, if you guys have ever seen that movie, The Grudge, maybe this is just how I'm getting her right now. But you know the part in the movie whenever the girl is like crawling on the floor, very like exorcism-like. So like there's like this like dirtiness that I'm getting from her, or there's like this starvation type of energy, because the way she's coming on the ground is like she's pulling, she's hungry, she's thirsty for something. Okay, the trees card fell out. Okay. I'm getting something tied to South Carolina. I'm not sure if her roots go there, but for some reason, even though the trees can be energy tied to health, this makes me feel like ancestors. So there may be deep-rooted energy from her ancestors that revolve in South Carolina. Okay, but even outside of that, if there's an issue with her vocal cords, I feel like nobody is listening to her, or she literally has an issue with her vocal cords, unless she was unable to use her vocal cords in this lifetime because of possible upper respiratory illnesses. Doesn't have to be anything bad. It could just be too much phlegm, may possibly be gallbladder issues, especially if maybe her weight, like if she fluctuates a lot when it pertains to her weight, that may possibly be where it's coming from, because it does look like that she may have came over into this current life with some sort of health issues that she needed to address, because they were a result of what she went through in the past. And again, with that energy here of her crawling on the ground like dirty, so there's like coldness, like a cold floor, a cold ground, okay, that I'm getting from her. Like, honestly, it comes across like a darkness. Okay, I'm getting the years of 1511, 1512, and 1515. Those are the past life numbers that are coming through in terms of the year. Okay, she could have had more than the past life I'm picking up, but those are obviously coming through the strongest. Okay. So we have Celtic. Aha. So Irish, European. So in her past life, she was of a different race. So there's this energy here where a part of her may not necessarily feel like she fits in with the current race that she has been born with. Okay, it kind of gives like Knights of the Round Table. Let's just say medieval times, which I don't know if the time periods I gave would have been considered medieval times. Maybe history was not my strong suit, if we're going to be honest. Okay, now I can add some numbers together, but history, wow. But either way, so Celtic. Also, there's like this clicking noise that I get that she does with like her teeth or her mouth or something like that. I don't know if maybe her teeth aren't necessarily real, excuse me, but there's this clicking. I keep hearing the clicking. Okay, but also she may be a very heavy chattery type person, like a chatterbox. Like she spills secrets. I kind of can get that vibe from her. Just even with the Celtic card popping up and the chattering of the teeth. So that makes me feel like there's somebody that keeps talking. And this could definitely be someone who may spill, stuff about other people. Okay? Because I'm also getting like this woozy type of energy. Now I'm getting something tied to champagne. So there may have been issues with alcoholism in the past life. But during that time of medieval times, they put it back. And that's whenever this stuff was pure. Okay? Like pure moonshine, pure whiskey, pure wine. That was the pure stuff. So I do get some issues tied to alcoholism. I'm not sure if maybe that contributes to the fluctuation in weight as well. But I am getting that. Okay? I'm getting a name. I actually feel like in her past life, her name was either like a Samantha or like a Mary. Those two names are coming through very clearly for me in this particular situation. And then I'm like, is there such thing as like a queen's maiden? She would have had something like that in her past life. I don't know if that's what they call it. I don't know if maybe it's a king's maiden or one of the king's maids. But again, I don't know these exact names of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But either way. It's weird that I said maybe she wanted to sing, or there's always an issue with her vocal cords. Like she came over into this life with those issues because now the arts card came up. Honestly, she wanted to come into this life and be a pop star. I can see that with the Celtic card laid on top of the arts. Like maybe even Britney Spears types of vibe, or who the hell? I know I may sound ignorant for this, but I just really don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Like, who is Shirley Chisholm? I'm drawing a blank. Like, I really cannot think of who she is right now. I'll have to look it up in a minute, but that's coming there. Yeah, but the arts card. Yeah, I feel like it's possible in this lifetime. She may have even tried to go this route, maybe even have a manager, and it feels like her manager was either like Pakistani and Irish, or they were like from Bangladesh. So would that be like Indian, I guess? But yeah. It's like her fingers couldn't stretch far enough to reach the keys, or they can't stretch far enough to transition smoothly when it comes to her playing the piano, because almost it takes me back. I could give you a good example. Like, I didn't see Black Widow, but there was like a part that they show on the trailer where she was like getting punished or popped on the hand or something like that because she was in that very strict school and she couldn't do it. It takes me there. Okay, I think another good example will probably be if you've seen John Wick 3, whenever he went to see, I don't know, maybe it was 2. John Wick 2, whenever he went to see his mother at that Russian ballet, they were very strict. It's kind of getting that vibe there. Some type of art school or something like that she tried to go to in Baltimore, because I am getting something tied to Baltimore, or she tried to get enrolled here, but again, like she couldn't make it past the audition. It's like, I feel like she can't stretch her fingers to where they need to go. But even whenever it pertains to her past life, I get folklore, but that's probably why I said I kind of get like Britney Spears and stuff like that. But I get folklore type of music, banjo even type of energy coming from her. Like, being lullaby in a manner whenever she heard this type of music is what I'm getting here. Okay? Excuse me. Lesson, yeah, that's But the arts doesn't have to be music. The arts can be anything pertaining to television, sewing, singing, acting, Okay. But the thing is, she has some lessons and blessings surrounding the arts. So she would have her good moments and she would have her bad moments. But I feel the same way even when it pertains to her past life. I feel like in her past life that she even tried to get in some type of prestigious or art school back then. I don't know if that was even a thing, probably. But those were only for the elite. Specific people in a specific group. And that could also be why I was picking up her being like one of the queen or king's maids, because that was her way of trying to get in the door so that she can go to art school or the school of the arts, because she really wanted to study this. She really wanted to learn this. She was very, very intrigued by, like I said, how they can flow on the keys when it pertains to the piano, I honestly feel like that she likes to whistle, or this was her in a past life whistling a lot. I don't know if there is a spiritual thing around whistling. I'm not sure. I've never looked it up, but it's coming up. But lessons and blessings like definitely came right out. But harsh lessons though here when it comes to the arts. But I think the harsh lessons here is the group of people that she decides to hang out with or she decides to bump elbows with. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that she, like, you know how somebody can be a certain, color or race on the outside, but on the inside, they feel like something else. There is a video I remember, there's this one black girl and she was talking about how I'm really white. I think she had went on Dr. Phil or something like that. Some of you probably seen it, but it was so bizarre. Like she was so far removed from the truth. And I get this way with Porsha. It feels like that because of Porsha having a past life as a white woman or Irish, whatever, I don't feel like she actually identifies with black culture. I don't really get that. Not from what I'm getting here. Okay? But that is also a part of her lesson. Yeah. Definitely her lessons and blessings in this lifetime will be tied to contracts, honestly. She doesn't make good deals. But also, when it pertains to love, she tends to end up in the same bed as married men. Remember what I just said? In her past life, she was one of the king's maids. So back then, I'm sure in the medieval times, he was married, of course, but I'm not pretty sure, but there may have been situations where he's allowed to lay with his maids, or maybe he ends up laying with the queen's maids and she kind of just brushes it off because it's just whatever. He's the king. I'm not going to argue with that. It gives me that energy with Porsha. In some type of way, subconsciously, she still feels like she's back in that time where she's laying with the king, even though she is the maid to the queen. I hope that makes sense. So that's where her lessons come from. Like, all that glitters ain't gold. And what somebody else has, you ain't entitled to. Because there is definitely an entitlement here. But again, I feel like it comes directly from the fact of, her past life. Because I'm just not getting the vibe that Porsha thinks she's black. I just don't get that. Porsha thinks that she is white. And she thinks that she can get away with things that, white people or other groups of people can get away with. So that's a harsh lesson that she's going to have to learn during this lifetime. But the biggest thing is definitely married men. Married people, period. Because in some type of way, subconsciously, she feels like there's nothing wrong with it. I think there's going to be some issues to getting down the aisle with her. Again, like I said, I'm going to try to not take too much more time so I can look at possibly the future between her and Simon. Okay. But let's see. I knew it. God dang. Unrequited love. That makes sense why I just said her lessons tied to love is about getting in the bed with married men. But again, even back, like I said, even if we go back into the time period I picked up on, you can say the same thing. Just because the king lays with you don't mean that I love you. I got a wife. I could love my wife. But shoot, a king's going to do what a king's going to do. I have that privilege. That's exactly what it is. Thank you. I have to keep talking sometimes to get the word. Privilege. She feels like she has the privilege. But definitely unrequited love. Oh, shit. Porsha may possibly think about moving to another country. But this person from another country is her unrequited love. Or gentlemen from other countries, unrequited love. Especially older, because we have this Saturnian energy here with the world. The world is Saturnian energy. And also the world can represent, the world is at the end of the major arcana. So in some type of manner, you can say, like, when you get to the world, it's just like, shit, I have to go through some shit right there, man, to get off of it, to get out on the other side. Yeah. She may go to another country where she's not going to have any control at all. And honestly, there's some type of energy coming through where her social media actually may be in control and may be in somebody else's hands, if that makes sense. We may be coming into a period where she also may be trying to clean up her image, or it feels like somebody has taken something from her. Something has been removed out of her control. It feels like her social media. I don't know why, honestly. But unrequited love also, if we're going to be honest, is either an aunt or a mother. That was her first real example of unrequited love. And she actually may be finding that same thing in her partners. Okay? But it actually may be a mother. I think it's her mother. Yep. Toxic relationships. She has a toxic relationship with her family. I'm telling you, I don't get the vibe that, I mean, I hate to say it this way, but I don't get the energy that, I don't want to say that because that just sounds bad. But again, like I said, take this with a grain of salt. Honestly, I don't really get a good relationship between her and her mom. I actually feel like her mom like ignores her, or she did. But there's something disingenuous, energetically speaking, coming from her mom to her. It's like, of course her mom loves her, but it's like there's a huge disconnect. Almost like it comes across like we're friends. You're not my child type of thing. So that love, that unconditional love that you would have for your child, no questions asked. I don't get that between these two. I'm just being honest. I don't get it. And somehow that could be where this unrequited love transfers over when it pertains to partners. Because she is trying to make sense of why. And I would say, again, this is allegedly, I would say I don't think Porsha thinks her mom really loves her. I would think that. I mean, I'm just feeling that energetically. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay. She may have anger issues. Because at one point in one of her past lives, she also lived as a male. So she may be quite masculine. She may have been somewhat of like a tomboy whenever she was, Porsha's tried girls. I feel like even in this lifetime, I feel like she has experimented with women. Just from what I'm picking up here. Because with this male-female energy here, struggles when it comes to sexuality. Who am I? You know, maybe even possibly getting teased about, you got a boy body or something like that. You know, masculine, like the one you would see on a gymnast. You know, you see how the gymnasts are. They are built, okay? Kind of like that. That's the energy that I'm getting from her. Yeah. It's like somebody had to force her to be masculine. Honestly. It was forced out of her. Somebody had to force femininity out of her. Okay? Porsha actually also may be trying to get pregnant, or I actually see some issues when it comes to pregnancy. Because even in the past life, I actually do feel like that there was a pregnancy when it pertains to this court that she was a part of. But the baby was snatched from her. The baby was snatched away from her. It feels like a miscarriage, but she may have unfortunately dealt with a miscarriage in this lifetime. Or honestly, I take that back. It was an abortion. This was self-inflicted, honestly. But there was Yeah, even the past life, her baby was snatched from her because I do feel like she did get pregnant by whoever the king, whatever, I guess, whoever the leader was of the village or the whatever. I don't know, the castle, whatever. But yeah. She has health issues, or there is somebody close to her that has serious health issues that is coming through very strongly. But this also could represent the snatching of someone's energy. I'm going to say it. I think her mom's jealous of her. But honestly, there is a wife. Somebody's wife will be coming after Porsha fast. Maybe 3 to 11 months or 3 to 12 months. This may play out in the public, or it may come out in some type of a manner. She definitely stole somebody's husband, even in the past life, or not like that. It was like she definitely was sleeping with somebody's husband in the past life. She got pregnant, but they snatched the baby away from her, so she spent all those years trying to find where her baby went. Okay, honestly, I think they killed the baby. I do feel like that. I think they killed the baby. Booyah! I said I think she has anger issues. The War and Battles card came up right next to the male and female. She should have been a boxer. That's why I get this masculine energy. She's not really, I don't really feel like she's as feminine as she possibly declares to be. She's very like spontaneous. It's like, I don't get the femininity. I just don't. Okay? Like, seriously, if she wanted to, she probably could, do a male career and be fine. Wars and battles. But I think there's another thing as well when it pertains to her anger. She has a tendency to curse, possibly wish death upon people and stuff like that. So, yeah, the Chariot and the Two of Cups. If she's not careful, she could, oh damn. If she's not careful, she may end up meeting her match. Like, there's going to be somebody who's going to come through who's going to be about as angry as her. And it kind of gives me a vibe where they're going to be, like, teaching her a lesson. Or they're using abuse in a manner to teach her a lesson. But yet again, in the past life, it's showing up this kingly energy again. Like, she was one of the subjects, or again, one of the maids. But even whenever she was a boy, she was like whenever she was a man in one of those past lives, she was like a friar or like a monk. Okay? A friar or a monk, something like that. Yeah, I do feel like she's had abortion. Actually, possibly 2. I think she's had 2 abortions. 2 of Wands. Oh my God, this girl is not working. She's not working. She is not working. She's lost 2 jobs, I feel like, in less than 7 months. Or this is coming up. 2 jobs, less than 7 months. But we have the Knight of Cups. So temporary energy. Okay, there's a baby. They may try to go. Okay, she may try to go through IVF. From what I'm getting here, it's gonna be so tough. It's tough pregnancy, without a doubt. Tough pregnancy. I'm telling you, it's weird how I said that. I feel like she had issues with alcoholism in the past. It's coming up again. And also the person that she will be dealing with, because a King of Swords came through, so we got an air sign and we have a water sign. But that King of Cups could be her, because like I said, I get heavy masculine energy from her. So it's almost just like 2 men in a relationship together. That's tough. There's no balance there. It's so, but it also maybe it's a business relationship, a business situation, or that's always the thing. It's not about love, because I'm just going to be honest. I don't think she's really going to find that true love. And if she does, it actually may be with a woman. Oh, a communal living. When I split the deck, her religion keeps her in poverty, so she actually may be abandoning that. It's weird that I was kind of getting the Egypt card when I was talking about her being like a monk or something like that. That would have been during Egyptian time. Trust and faith, okay. God dang, Porsha, it doesn't really give me the vibe that she was supposed to be out the way that she is now. What happened? Maybe somebody pushed her out. Feels like it. Okay, I'm going to try to end this in the next 5 minutes. So let's look at the future of Porsha and Simon. I don't know why I want to call, what is her real name? I don't know why I want to call Porsha La Porsha. I know that's probably not her name, but it is coming through La Porsha. So very like, yeah, I don't know why I want to say La Porsha. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So, I'm going to split the deck. Porsha and Simon. I don't even know what Simon's birthday is. Booyah. I knew it. I knew it. She's a Cancer, yes. I have to keep remembering this. Nine of Wands. Page of Swords. Five of Swords. I think there's some type of delay, possibly, with her child. This is alleged, but I think she's worried about something like that. Something tied to medical, or honestly, it feels like it's a behavior thing, or it just seems like she's not picking up the information like she should, so she may be worried about that. Yeah, the future is, to be quite frank with you, there's a darkness coming from Simon. But he's not wanting to give up on this. He is wanting to see it through, even though it's hard for him to like see the complete future with her. He's trying to push forward. He also, I feel like, is trying to convince her to push forward. He comes across as the King of Pentacles, so it's not like he's completely broke, but I would say broke in terms of, if you're putting yourself out there that you have this amount of money, if it don't match up energetically, then it just don't match up. So yeah, you can come across as the King of Pentacles, and you can make like maybe $80,000, $100,000 a year and be able to take care of things, but it doesn't mean that you're rolling in wealth like you may be trying to portray. But with the Two of Cups in reverse, I mean, honestly, the future is that it's coming across like he doesn't really want to share his life with her. Like I don't feel like he feels the same way about her. And honestly, it feels like Portia's in love with the Empress card up here on her side. It does feel like she's in love, and I'm telling you, I'm getting the pregnancy. I am getting a pregnancy from her. I mean, we may not hear about it, but less than 3 years, because I feel like she's going, I mean, without a doubt, she's gone under the knife. So I don't know if she said she hasn't, but she's even bringing that up. She actually just went under the knife again, probably like within the last 5 to 8 months. Okay, there was something done, but she actually may be going under the knife, because remember I talked about they may try IVF. But you know what's weird? Even though she loves him unconditionally in a way, but she also knows that it's unrequited. She knows he doesn't feel the same way about her, but for some reason she's kind of like ignoring it. And also I feel like this is what keeps her up at night. His escapades keeps her up at night because he's still sneaky. He's a dishonest. That's what it is. He's a dishonest businessman. Like, and I see him having to let go of some sort of property. If he is claiming that he has 4 properties, or there will be 4 pieces of property that I feel like he will be surrendering or having to give back. Probably about 3 years. Could be less than that, actually. This actually may happen quicker. Maybe like 7 months. Okay? But it just feels like on Simon's side, he's in a daze. He's not really paying attention. You know? And, Porsha is a liar. I mean, that came right up with the Page of Swords in reverse. She is a liar. And then also, I don't know if she's dealt with some type of court or legal proceedings, but something is coming up for her in maybe May or June. Again, like she's not working. I said that Ada, she doesn't want to work anymore. So she, well, I guess for her, she sees unconditional love. Like if you're taking care of me, then that's considered unconditional love for her, but not necessarily somebody who's going to honor her, cherish her, treat her nicely. She doesn't consider that like love, if that makes sense. That's why it's coming across as unconditional love for her. The star, damn. But the star came in reverse. Honestly, to be quite frank with you, Simon doesn't necessarily have any hope for this future. But I think with him coming up as the King of Pentacles, this may be bringing something to him. Opening doors or something like that to him. I think that plane that they be flying on, I think that's a friend's plane. I don't think that's his at all. Allegedly again. I feel like this is a friend's plane because he doesn't have the money to keep it up. Anyway, and also something about him not being accepted in his country. I think this does not look good if he was possibly to try to go back home to where he was born at. Like they turn an eye. Not an eye. Like they turn their backs to him. That's what it is. 9 of Cups. But the thing is, it's fun. They both have fun with each other. But the King of Swords comes in reverse. I'm telling you, I think they both are liars. So in a way, they both may be quite similar. Remember I said in the past life, there's going to come a time where she's going to meet somebody who's just like her. I think this is it. 2 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like... the most I get is 2 million. I don't get anything past that. Like this super mega business, I don't really get that. So that the wealth may be inflated. Okay? Yeah, I said they're going to have to give up a property. That did come up. 3 of Pentacles. Oddly enough, I ain't seeing a marriage. I mean, Porsha in a way is kind of like already considering that they're married, I guess. But... Okay, I'm going to be honest here. Porsha, I don't know if you remember that one episode that Porsha said about Candy and them having the dungeon and stuff like that. And she's not lying. Like the dungeon where some inappropriate stuff transpires, that's more so along the line of like, I don't think I want to get into that. But you read between the lines. She wasn't lying because it just came up. Because she has some type of trauma tied to some type of sexual something that happened in her past. I'm not saying that it was from Candy, but something that she experienced with Candy triggered something in her that reminded her of what she went through in the past when it pertains to some type of abuse. Oh, God. Well, I hate to say it, guys, but from what I'm getting here... Yeah, this is a spiritual lesson between she and Simon. But he is trying to push through, okay? He is trying to push through. He is trying to see this situation through because he sees Porsha as like popular. He sees Porsha as like, influential, but I hate to say it. Porsha isn't, I think that's gone. I think it's behind her. I think this was more like a strategic move, and she did in a way kind of like fall in love. But again, she sees love in a way that we don't see it. So to her, it's like, oh, I fell in love, but it's more so like I equate love with you take care of me. Fuck a heart, it's like one of that. Again, same energy came up, different deck. There feels like a baby will be coming. It feels like a boy, honestly. Or at least they're trying, okay? But that baby is very karmic, okay? Very karmic. Very karmic, okay? If she moves, she'll be coming back home. I'm going to be honest with you. If she moves, she'll be coming back home, okay? And from what I'm getting here, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they may already be married. Like, I don't know if maybe it's based off of maybe the village or something that he comes from. They may possibly already be married based off of where he's from. Maybe they had a traditional ceremony where he's at and they considered that to be a marriage. It feels like it. But I don't think it's going to make it. I just don't think it's going to make it because, yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, Lord. This just seems like a mess. But anyway, so that was the past life reading and a little bit of an update in terms of the future between Porsha and Simon. I feel like that, I hate to say it, I think Porsha may unfortunately end up losing more than what she realizes in this particular situation. But that's just my opinion. It's not fact, okay? But thanks for listening in, guys. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more from me. I will be continuing this series maybe later on next week or something. But yeah, see you later.